What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about the best settings in the entire game in order to play this game a lot better. And now everybody knows that this Battle Royale, has the most versatile settings of any Call of Duty in the past. Like literally, you could change these to adapt to any standard of your playstyle. If you guys like playing in a certain way, there's literally settings in this game for you to do that with a controller in your hands. So I think they went really good with these settings. They changed them again yesterday in the update. We got a whole bunch of new things that we could go through, and within this video I'm gonna go through all of those, tell you guys which one is the best settings for certain situations, and then there's some that are obviously for your playstyle only. So I'm gonna skip over most of those that people don't really need to hear, because those are basically for you, but I'm gonna give you the best settings that actually work for a lot of different people. They're gonna help you get those kills at longer ranges. They're gonna help you get everything. You're gonna see the minimap. You're gonna see more people on the minimap. It just, guys, follow these settings. They're amazing. Now, before we get into this, if you could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. Do it for some good luck, because everybody needs that right now. Subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below, what sensitivity do you normally play on? What's your sensitivity? Because I know that's one of the settings that everyone differs. Everyone has different types of sensitivities they like, so just let me know yours down in the comments below, and let's get straight into this. So in these settings, the first page is the controller. So that's going to be the first one that we talk about, and the controller settings are probably my favorite settings besides the audio. With all of this, I mean, the general settings are okay, they're cool, whatever, but the controller settings is literally what makes or breaks your experience playing this game. So there's a lot of them. They got the BR button layout, and yesterday they added a few things to this, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that I think are good. So the original stick and move is still in the game, and I think this is probably the best one still to use. It's really good. All you got to do is stick and move. I mean, you could jump pressing R3, and you could slide and all that kind of stuff with the regular buttons, and all it does is it changes your stick and move, the jump button. That is it. It changes the jump button and nothing else. So go ahead and put that so that you never have to take your thumb off the thumbstick, and you could jump and all that kind of stuff, and it's pretty fun. And also what you should be doing here is pressing square once you have this setting open, and the reason you want to press that is so that you could actually flip the controls in general. You won't be shooting with R2 and L2. Instead, you'll be aiming down sights with L1 and shooting with R1. So much better in my opinion, and it does actually help win those gunfights. Just a few milliseconds, but it does help a lot. The next setting that they just added yesterday was bumper ping, which is a pretty good one as well, and this allows you to ping locations, items, and enemies and all that kind of stuff using L1 or L2, depending on if you have your controllers flipped or not. And this one's really good because you never have to take your finger off to ping. We all know that the pressing up on the D-pad is kind of annoying to ping, so if you ever do want to use this, go ahead and do it. It's a pretty good one. Bumper ping is nice. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the stick layout. Just leave it to default, but let's talk about the actual horizontal and vertical sensitivities. Personally, you can leave this at whatever you like. This is one that differs through everyone, and I personally like to have them both set to 8. Sometimes I put my vertical a little bit higher than the horizontal, but honestly, I don't put them too high in a battle royale. There's no reason to have a sensitivity all the way at 20 and probably chance missing a few guys because I can't aim at them fast enough. So I keep it kind of low on the 8 side, and that's pretty nice. I like it there. It feels comfortable. And your sensitivity, man, I mean, if you like playing on an 8, if you like playing on an 18, do whatever you like. But this one here that I'm going to talk about is very important as well, and this is the ADS sensitivity multiplier. So for the low zoom, I set this to 0.90, and the reason I do this is because this affects all your scopes that are less than 3.25 times zoom. So this one actually works on all the guns that don't have a big zoom on them, all the scopes that don't have a big zoom, so not snipers, not stuff like that, but if you put like a red dot sight or a GI mini reflex, I should say, and all that kind of stuff, this affects those type of sights, the ones that don't zoom in whatsoever practically. And I like to leave this at 0.90 because it's lower than what it is at 1.0, and it does work out a lot. It does help out a lot, and it's probably really good to have it there just so you could stay on target while shooting at the enemy. But then they have the ADS sensitivity multiplier set at the high zoom. So this is all the snipers, all the weapons that have 4 times zoom or stuff like that. The ones that zoom in a lot, I set this to 0.85, and the reason for that is because you're using those type of scopes for longer distances. The targets are very small, so the lower you have this, the easier it's going to be to stay on target, especially if you're sniping. Now, the aim response curve type, I just leave it set to standard. I don't really mess with that, leave it as is. Controller vibration, I turn it off, and I've had it off for years, ever since since like Black Ops 2, I think, and this helps out a lot because your accuracy is going to be so much better when you don't have a controller vibrating in your hands and stuff like that, and it does feel weird. So if you do turn this off, I will say it does feel weird for the first few days playing with it off, but it's just so much more worth it in the long run. Now the aim assist, honestly, I don't get why people on PC don't like aim assist and stuff like that. It's been in COD ever since COD ever started on console, and it doesn't even help out all that much considering people with a mouse could aim a lot better. So I don't get the whole hatred towards this, and that's just me. Anyways, aim assist, you got two types that I would actually tell you to set it to. Either standard, which is my favorite. This is best for all types of players, no matter who you are, and this is pretty much when you're aiming at the enemy, the closer you get to them, the slower your ADS, or the slower your sensitivity is, so you could actually hit the target a lot easier. But then they also have precision for aim assist, and this is really good if you're a very accurate player. If you could like lock on people really easy, this is really good because it has a slowdown, but only once you're on target. So this one really does help out a lot, and this is good. So if there's two enemies beside each other, your aim assist is going to go to whoever you're aiming at, and it won't start following some random dude while you're shooting another guy. And that does happen a lot on standard, but whatever. So the next setting that I really like that they added is the use and reload behavior. I set this to contextual tap. This means that you tap to reload a gun, you tap to pick up stuff, you tap to open crates or chests, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really good to have. It's really fast. It makes it so much faster to loot and all that kind of stuff. And you have to hold square if you want to reload your gun instead of picking up a weapon if it's right in front of you. If you press square to reload your gun and there's a gun on the floor, you got to watch out because it's going to pick up the gun. But if there's nothing near you, just press square to reload, and it does work. But yeah, trust me, this is a good one. Now the depleted ammo weapon switch, I have this enabled just in case I run to 0 bullets. I could just switch out really fast. Auto move forward, this is really important as well because I have it enabled for sure, because if it's enabled, all you have to do is double push your left joystick, the one to move, and your character is automatically gonna run. This is good if you need to drop items, or if you need to drop ammo, armor, money, or anything for a teammate to pick up. You could easily do it while running instead of stopping in the middle of the open and some dude with a sniper kills you because your friend needed an armor plate or something. So definitely enable that, and you could even do the super sprint while it's enabled. All you got to do is double push forward on the left stick and you got it. Now let's move on to the general settings. These ones are pretty good as well, and you got to set this right or else your game is going to look really damn ugly. And if you don't have this set right, your game's going to look washed out. The colors are going to look boring as hell. If you want it to look like the colors in my video, set it to like how I have it exactly, rather than setting it to like something that looks like this, because this is ugly and I see a lot of people playing on this. It doesn't work, dude. So brightness, seriously guys, this is super important. You want to make it that the left picture you cannot see whatsoever. I know in old Call of Duties it didn't matter, but in this one it does matter big time. And you want to also set the middle picture where you could see it easily, but it's still very, very dark. So definitely go to do that. I have mine set pretty much at 55, but this changes on every single TV and monitor, so whatever you have, just set it to where you literally can't see the left picture. Now the film grain, set it to 0 or the game is going to look super ugly. The world and weapon motion blurs, disable those please, or it's just going to look really ugly as well. Make sure those are disabled. The minimap shape, I have it to square, and the minimap rotation I have enabled. And the reason I have the minimap square is so you could see further onto the minimap where enemies are. If you have it circled, you're not going to see like pretty much 1/4 of the minimap. So definitely go ahead and put that to square. Now there's nothing else in general I want to talk about, so let's move on to the audio, and this is important. Now for the audio mix, you have boost high or boost low, that I would say is pretty good, but you're still not going to hear footsteps. This game has like major issues for footsteps in the battle royale in Warzone, so they're pretty much non-existent unless they're super close. Now my personal volume settings, I have the master volume at 100, the music volume at 30, the dialogue at 70, that's your teammates calling out and stuff, not your actual teammates but their characters in game. The effects volume I have to 100, that's footsteps, bullets, all gunfire, all that kind of stuff. And the hit marker sound effects I have to classic because it sounds nice there. But the voice chat volume, this is super important. I have my voice chat volume set to 260 because the game gets really loud and I want to hear my teammates pretty clearly. The microphone volume I have set to 400 just so my friends could hear me talking very clearly as well. And that's the microphone volume is your microphone. If you have a bad one, put it higher so your teammates could hear hear you. And then the voice chat effect, you want to put to no effect. Please put it to no effect, or else if you don't have it to no effect, it's going to sound like you're talking out of a tin can, and it's really bad. But yeah, that is it for these settings, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. Like I said, if you guys could drop a like and let me know down in the comments below what your sensitivity is currently set to. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on. And yeah, hopefully these settings help you guys out. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.